So a deal might have been reached between Israel and Hamas, but how have we got to this point? What is the human cost on both sides? BBC Verify's Nick Eardley has this.
Morning. Yes, it's been a long 15 months for the hostage families and for the people of Gaza. Remember, Israel launched its offensive in Gaza after those Hamas attacks on the 7th of October. 1,200 people were killed, 251 others were taken hostage. But the impact of the war in Gaza has been huge. Whole neighbourhoods have been flattened by Israeli strikes during the conflict. Let's firstly talk a bit about the human cost of the war in Gaza. This is the death toll as of yesterday, provided by the Hamas-run health ministry in Gaza. As you can see, 46,707 people killed, they say. Ministry officials also say that that is the number of people injured, just over 110,000. Now, Israel says it's killed 17,000 fighters and that Hamas's figures can't be trusted, but the death toll is high, and some people actually think that this figure is an underestimate. Let me show you a bit about the amount of damage that's been done in Gaza over the last 15 months as well. This picture is Jabalia in the north of the Strip, back in February 2020. We've gone back to the same neighbourhood, the same scene, and this verified photo shows you what it looks like now. You can see almost everything has been destroyed. This map that I'm about to show you is an estimate of how damage in Gaza has progressed over time. There's some significant damage up in the north, it spreads south. All of these red dots symbolise damage or destroyed buildings. And the academic experts who've been compiling this data think that as of October, just under 60% of all buildings in Gaza had been damaged or destroyed. The war has also had a considerable impact on the movement of people. The UN estimates that 90% of Gazans have been internally displaced. That's 1.9 million people. And this is part of the reason why huge numbers of Gazans have been subject to Israeli evacuation orders over the 15 months of conflict. All of these areas marked here in red have faced evacuation orders. People being told, often at short notice, to leave their homes or sometimes their makeshift homes. There have been strikes, by the way, in some of these green areas as well, areas not covered by evacuation orders, like the humanitarian zone. The amount of internal displacement in Gaza has been considerable, leading to a huge build-up of internal refugees. Finally, a few figures that give a sense of the humanitarian challenge now that that ceasefire has been agreed. The UN projects this, that 91% of people are facing acute food insecurity. It's concluded that just under 1.9 million people are in need of emergency shelter, and it thinks that just half of hospitals are still partially functioning. So there are some really significant, considerable challenges for Gaza moving forward.
Nick Eardley there.